Following the popularity of the first spin-off of the series, 1883, Paramount Plus announced a second limited series titled 1923. This 1923 is almost here, and it's going to be, if not one of the best series in Yellowstone. This Taylor Sheridan's new series, just like the 1883, is seen to be getting more fame than any other. Anyways, tighten your seatbelt and watch this video to the end as we disclose everything we know about Yellowstone 1923. Everything you need to know about the 1923 Yellowstone prequel series. A return to the ranch? The Yellowstone universe is constantly growing, and the most edition will feature a different Dutton family generation. The early 20th century, when pandemics, a record-breaking drought, the repeal of Prohibition, and the Great Depression all afflicted the Mountain West, and the Duttons who called it home will be explored in 1923, according to an official description from the streaming service. The first iteration of Yellowstone centers on ranch patriarch John Dutton, Kevin Costner, and his children Casey, Luke Grimes, Beth, Kelly Riley, and Jamie, Wes Bentley, as they fight off outsiders who want to take advantage of the family's wealth, including developers and government agents. I couldn't have predicted its popularity or looked 5 years ahead, but I'm never surprised at what quality can turn into, he said in February of 2022. Being popular and really good doesn't have to be mutually exclusive, and so I'm pleasantly surprised. Although Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone is a modernized version of Westerns, she was inspired by works of fiction that were set during the American Civil War. I was very influenced by writers like Cormac McCarthy, Larry McMurtry, Toni Morrison, who wrote about the time around the Civil War, which are obviously very similar themes, he reported in April 2022. And in terms of movies that influenced me, it was watching Unforgiven when I was in my late teens or very early 20s. The same with Dances with Wolves, where you're looking at the Western genre through a whole new lens that had never been explored before. When will 1923 be released? On December 18, 2022, Paramount Plus will premiere Taylor Sheridan's 1923 in the United States and Canada. The first episode will air on December 19th in the United Kingdom and Australia. Some announcements revealed that the launch of 1923 would follow an episode of Yellowstone on the cable network Paramount Network. The debut of the prequel series will occur in tandem with Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 7. On January 1st, 2023, the Paramount Network will air the second episode of 1923. It is uncertain whether the remaining episodes of 1923 will appear on the cable channel. Yellowstone is a Paramount Network program, but 1883 and 1923 are Paramount Plus exclusives, so fans of the series will need to sign up for the streaming service in order to watch the entire Dutton family drama play out. There will be 8 episodes of 1923. The series is anticipated to last for 2 seasons. There could be a time leap at some point, or both seasons might take place in 1923. What is the plot? Taylor Sheridan's new series, like Yellowstone and 1883, will center on the notorious Dutton family as they continue to grow their influence and power in the state of Montana. This time, the Dutton lineage will include the grizzled old rancher Jacob Dutton, who was in charge of Yellowstone. The central character in 1883, James, Tim McGraw, has a brother named Jacob. Kara Dutton, Jacob Dutton's devoted and independent wife, joins them. The newest Paramount Plus series, which is just a few years after 1883, will depict the Yellowstone Ranch's early impoverished days, making it clearly evident that John Dutton III, Kevin Costner, and his family have the comfortable life in comparison to their industrious and stressed-out predecessors. Even beyond that, times were undoubtedly harder back then. Given that the series is set in 1923, viewers will witness some of the most significant events of the 20th century from the perspectives of the Duttons. The Yellowstone prequel will address pandemics, historic drought, the end of Prohibition, and the Great Depression, all of which have a negative impact on the Mountain West, according to an official narrative summary. The original title of the Yellowstone prequel was 1932. Since then, it has been retitled by Paramount Plus and Sheridan to 1923, which has given the series a delay of over 10 years. The time adjustment, according to a press release via Entertainment Tonight, was done on purpose to incorporate the beginning of Prohibition and the conclusion of World War I into the story. Could it be feasible that Sheridan and the executives of Paramount Plus would give the anticipated second season the moniker 1932, delaying Jacob and Kara Dutton's sophomore excursion by 10 years? Time will only tell. Who's the 1923 cast? With an all-star ensemble of strong hitters, 1923 is arguably the most illustrious show set in the Yellowstone world. Harrison Ford is making his first significant television debut as the ranch's father in the show. Ford referred to Jacob Dutton as the Silverback and said of him that he had no option but to concentrate on his survival. Ford said, recalling the early challenges of the Dutton dynasty, "They may lose it all in a season. Everything is hard fought for," said the author. "They're up against weather, the economics, the invasion of railways, and the transformation in the cattle market." Helen Mirren, who plays Kara Dutton, Jacob's wife, co-stars with Harrison Ford. The two appear to still be in love despite having been married for 40 years, by all accounts. Jacob seems to be the stereotypical weathered all-American cowboy, but Kara is a more complex person. Kara would have an Irish accent, Mirren said to Vanity Fair, adding, "I view Kara as an immigrant." There are just as many famous stars in the remainder of the 1923 cast. Father Renault, the headmaster of a Native American school, is portrayed by supernatural actor Sebastian Roche. Actor James Badgedale portrays John Dutton Sr., Jack's right-hand guy in The Departed. Marley Shelton, who was last seen in 2022's Scream, plays his wife Emma. Robert Patrick, who most recently appeared in Peacemaker as the White Dragon, will portray one of the Dutton family's closest friends. Sheriff William McDowell will be played by Patrick. The Yellowstone prequel also stars Game of Thrones veteran Jerome Flynn and Pride and Prejudice actress Jennifer Ely. Who did the writing? Taylor Sheridan is in charge of the most recent Yellowstone series, as was to be expected. 1923 is being written and executive produced by the multi-hyphenate creative. Although it would be unexpected if he didn't, there's no indication yet on whether Sheridan would direct an episode. Previously, the Yellowstone creator helmed the whole first season as well as the 1883 pilot. Additionally, he has a long list of cinematic credits, including his second feature picture from 2017, Wind River. According to IMDb, Sheridan's regular partner Ben Richardson will be in charge of at least one episode of the Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren series. Previously, Richardson oversaw episodes of Sheridan's Yellowstone, 1883, and Mayor of Kingstown. The series will also be produced by Richardson. David Glasser will continue to executive produce the newest series. He previously contributed his skills to Yellowstone and 1883. The majority of Sheridan's regular producers are really back for 1923. Art, John, and Bob Yari are on that list as well. The fact that millionaire Rob Burkle is a producer for the most recent Sheridan adventure may surprise you the most. Does 1923 have a trailer? A small teaser trailer for 1923 is available. In just under 30 seconds, the series' introductory clip depicts early 20th century Montana as an inhospitable place with shady people and ominous weather. There are no major spoilers in the teaser, but viewers who wish to enter the series with as little as knowledge as possible should be aware of this. Violence has always haunted this family. The opening line in the video, which also features images of a ranch and a rider herding, fills the screen. A young guy is subsequently seen grasping for a revolver after apparently falling from his dead horse. Perhaps he's been assaulted? Then, the screen is filled with images of troops charging into battle, signaling that 1923 would incorporate war into its plot in some way. Perhaps this is the flashback to 1918 when World War I came to a conclusion. Then, viewers witness Jacob Dutton, played by Harrison Ford, riding a horse while sporting his trademark grouchy expression. The next scene in the clip depicts young children fighting with one another, maybe at a school. Beginning with how violence has followed the Dutton family out of the Scottish Highlands, the woman narrating talks about it. Where to watch 1883 in Yellowstone? Before the release of 1923, those who wish to catch up on Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone series must exercise some patience and be open to signing up for various services. The franchise's centerpiece, Yellowstone, is now running its 5th season on the Paramount network. Every week, new episodes are published. In the US, Peacock is where you can view seasons 1 through 4. Season 5 may be seen online on Paramount Network. The Kevin Costner series is also available to viewers with a DirecTV subscription. In the US, Yellowstone is not accessible on Paramount Plus. Wherever Paramount Plus is accessible, including in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom, you may view 1883, which stars Sam Elliott. 1923 will be streamed on Paramount Plus, much as 1883. Paramount Plus will also broadcast the upcoming Yellowstone spin-off 4 Sixes. The remaining Sheridan programs, such as Tulsa King and Mayor of Kingstown starring Sylvester Stallone, are accessible on Paramount Plus. Thanks for watching, and how do you feel about the video? Let us know in the comment box below. I'll see you in the next video.